What's going on, everybody? Red Velvet is back in the studio for the Youth Sports Chowdown number 1110. 110, I don't know. 110. It's the 110th episode of the Youth Sports Chowdown. Thank you for hanging out with us for the 110 episodes. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. I know I did. It was busy. I didn't put the graphic up, but we have a new Diner Pod champion in Singleton Wrestling. The Dog Pound Hound Andre Stray defeated that turd Austin Ryan to win the championship, and finally I have a champion that I can be proud of. So that was a good weekend. Got to spend time with my family. We finished birthday week, and for those who don't know about birthday week, I got 3 birthdays in 5 days. My oldest daughter's birthday is the 2nd. My youngest daughter's birthday is the 4th, and my wife's birthday is the 5th. Yeah, now you're going to say, that's a busy month. We're not done. We're not done with that yet, because the 10th is my mom's birthday. The 13th is my anniversary because I thought it'd be smart to get married in December. Then the 18th is my dad's birthday. And then we get Christmas on the 25th. And I'm done. I'm done spending money. I'm done doing things. So anyway, but happy Monday. Thanks for being a part of it. Thanks for tuning in. Real quick, I got to thank the people that make this possible, our sponsors. Wabash Valley Plumbing, RJs Formalwear, Varsity House Outfitters, and Haute Co. Also, I want to thank another group of people, our subscribers. You know, they pay 99 cents a month because they like me. They also get early access to podcasts and things of that nature. So all you got to do is click that button twice, and you're good to go. So thank you, subscribers. Thank you, sponsors. There are sponsorship opportunities available. Please reach out if you're interested in sponsoring the program. All righty. We're going to go to our first segment. I called it Local People Doing Big Things. Maybe I'm just going to call it Next Level Athletes. Let me know. Drop a comment if you think that's a better name. We're going to start off with the NBA. We have Terre Haute South graduate Craig Porter Jr. playing on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Let's get down to it. The Cavs took on the Pacers on Monday. The Cavs win 135-119. Craig Porter did have 4 points, 3 assists, and 5 rebounds. Then the Cavs took on the Trail Blazers from Portland. The Blazers win 122-110. Craig Porter had 2 assists. Then the Spurs took on the Cavs. Cavs win 130-117. Craig Porter had a nice night, 11 points, 7 rebounds, and an assist. And then the Cavs took on the Warriors. And I used to be a Warriors fan when I was a shareholder of Under Armour. I'm not a shareholder of Under Armour anymore, so I don't have to root for the Warriors. You know, even if I was still a shareholder of Under Armour, I wouldn't have to root for the Warriors because Steph Curry and Under Armour are no more, maybe, or soon to be no more. Regardless, I don't root for the Warriors anymore. Warriors do win 99-94. Craig Porter had 4 rebounds. Then we move over to some college football. We got the Division III playoffs. DePaul hosted Wheaton. Wheaton did win 49-24, ending the Tigers' season. And now we move to college women's hoops. Rose-Hulman took on Manchester, and Manchester wins 78-63. Caitlin Fennell had 2 points and 4 rebounds, and Abby Shear had a rebound. Then Rose-Hulman took on Bluffton. Rose-Hulman wins 58-56. Caitlin Fennell had a point and 7 rebounds, and Abby Shear had 2 points. Now we get to some wrestling. I know it's not that kind of wrestling. It's the grappling, which, funny story. This weekend, I don't know if you've ever heard of Real American Freestyle. It's professional wrestling, but it's more of this folk style, freestyle style type of wrestling, not like WWE. It's kind of a mixture of both. But I got to meet one of their producers this weekend. He was at the Singleton show. That's once again, you need to come to a Singleton show because you never know who's going to be there. 2 weeks ago, WWE referee Jason Ayers was in attendance to that show. Last week, the Real American Freestyle producer was a wrestler on the program. So that once again, you need to come to Singleton. February 7th, Pinnacle will be the next show at the Clay County Fairgrounds. Crown our first women's champion. Okay, enough of that. I just had to throw that little tidbit in there. Columbus East JV invite. And real quick, all the wrestling people are probably like, you don't talk about my team, my tournament. I use three apps Max Preps for high school sports, USA bracketing for wrestling, Game Changer for baseball and softball and whatever else is on there that I'm a part of. I'm on like 45 different families. And then if you can send me your own stats, and I will make the hodgepodge from there. So that's how I do it. So if they're not on those three, or you don't send them in, I probably won't talk about it because I just don't have the technology. I'm one man. I can't be at 55 different places at one time. All right, there we go. Columbus East JV invite. There was two divisions. They had a beginners JV and an advanced JV. The beginners, we had several podium finishes. We had Harper Strobel, Waylon Powers, Andrew Gilliland, and Carlos Garcia all got first place. Gavin Nelson, Caleb Orndorff, Jackson Turner, Micah Posey, Colton Hobson, and Gavin Hamilton all took second. Then in the advanced division, Kieran Singh had second place. Madiba Mawasu had first. Dawson Cheshire took first, and Bentley Young took second. Then we get over to the Hoosier Crossroads Girls Wrestling Championships. Franklin Central took first place in dominating fashion. It was like 200 points difference. It was a 200-point difference between first and second. And they also got a clean sweep on weight classes, except for one weight class. Brownsburg got, I can't remember which one. I want to say the 190, maybe 190. But Franklin Central got every weight class except one. So some podium finishes for Franklin Central. Josnette Vasquez, Jada Sordelet, Eva Vatkins, Bar Ryer, Madison Mink, Adeline Kearns, Aaliyah Russell, Dayana Dyson, Madeline Thompson, Bo Van Ice, Aaliyah Stalker, Sophia Jones, and Jaylee Holler all took first place in their respective weight classes. If I butchered your name, I do apologize. I'm not that smart. We got the Monrovia invite. Park Heritage was one of the teams up there, and Braylon Rifle, first place. Reese Benjamin took second. Then in the Decatur Central Duels, Terre North was up there. Griffin Osborne and Caden McGrew took first place in their own divisions. Then in the WIC girls meet, we saw Keely Bays and Silas Graff take first place in their respective divisions. They're not on USA bracketing, so thank you, Brittany Bays, for sending in that information. Coach Santa Maria, we're going to have to talk. All right. I forgot to mention that transition between college basketball to wrestling. We're in the varsity special of things. We're going to call this the varsity special. We're moving over to girls basketball, and there's a lot. Just bear with me. There's a lot. And I'm going to talk about a lot of stuff, except for, the teams that didn't put anything on Max Preps. Shame. Cascade took on Edinburgh. The Cadets win 28-62. Reverse that one. Taylor Gibbs had 22 points. Macy Pugh had a double-double and with 12 points and 10 rebounds. And then Magnolia Hall, 10 points, 6 rebounds. Avon took on Plainfield, and the Quakers win 63-33. WRC matchup, Seeger took on North Vermilion. The Patriots win 53-38. Lorelei Laney had 29 points and 9 rebounds. For the Falcons, North Omen, 21 points and 6 rebounds. I stuttered a little bit. I got stuttered, but if you didn't know. Cadence Dunham had 11 points and a rebound, and Kira Dunham got the cycle, which the cycle is she got a stat line in every category. Northview took on Terre Haute South, and John Harrell predicted. Oh, they did project it right. It was supposed to be a close game. This was not a close game, 52-28. Cambry Schultz, 18 points, 7 rebounds. Carly Schrader, she got a double-double and a cycle, 17 points and 12 rebounds. Tori Dehart added a cycle of her own. Owen Valley took on Indian Creek, and Indian Creek wins 52-42. Clay City took on Riverton Park. The Eels win 37-15. Taylor Reinhardt had a double-double, 20 points and 15 rebounds. Corinne Loomis, 4 points and 7 rebounds. And Jalen Norton, 4 points and 4 rebounds. Linton Stockton took on Eastern Green and some swat matchup. 46-26 Miners win. Terre Haute North took on Bloomington South. And Bloomington South, one of the best girls basketball teams I have ever seen. I've got this chunk of ice I'm trying to drink off of. Bloomington South wins 64-14. Franklin Central took on Lafayette Central Catholic. The Mustangs win 39-31. Bella Bacon had 11 points, 10 rebounds, and was a part of the cycle. Kendall Nolan and Henley Good each got a cycle as well. Then we got a new program alert. Covington basketball. They reached out. They wanted to join the Dinerverse, and I happily obliged. They took on Schlarman from Illinois. Schlarman. I don't know what kind of name that is, but anyway. Trojans win 42-37. Lauren Hardy had 15 points, 11 rebounds, and a cycle. Presley Shaw, 11 points and 4 rebounds. And then Seeger took on Frontier. The Patriots went 59-25. Lorelei Laney, 29 points and 5 rebounds. Olivia Gillum, 11 points and 3 rebounds. North Central takes on Shakamak for some SWIAC action. Lakers win 58-20. Terre Haute South took on South Vermilion. Wasn't even close. 87-7. Terre Haute South with the dub. Covington took on, I don't even know the name of this school. It's from Illinois. BHRA. It's a long one if they only use initials. Well, BHRA, probably the Trojans got tired of naming off their team. So they lost. BHRA wins 47-27. Presley Shaw, 9 points and 4 rebounds. Edgewood takes on Cloverdale. We got some Wick action there. 61-19. Mustangs get the dub. Crawfordsville, another new program alert, took on Lebanon. 57-29. Lebanon with the dub. North Putt versus South Putt. We got a battle of Putnam County. Cougars win 37-18. We had Friday night. Northview took on Sullivan. The Knights win big, 64-21. Cambry Schultz with a career high 25 points. Carly Schrader with 24. Tori Dehart with 12. Then a battle of Montgomery County. Southmont taking on North Montgomery. The Mounties win. What was the score? 56-32. We got some MAC action. Weibo, Western Boone took on Greencastle. Greencastle lost 48-38. Western Boone, here's some stats there. Allie Lewis, 17 points and 8 rebounds. Isla Stokes, 13 points and 6 rebounds. And Emerson got a cycle. Park Heritage took on Benton Central. I don't even know where Benton Central is, but they're pretty good from what I've heard. Benton Central edges out the Wolves 56-54. Lila Buzenbark hits a career high 23 points. And then Edgewood takes on North Putt. Edgewood wins 59-24. Fountain Central takes on Terre Haute South, and this was a little bit of an upset in my book. You got a 1A versus a 4A. I almost said 5 because I'm used to football. But a 4A. Fountain Central wins 39-36. It had to be a classic basketball game. Shout out to both teams. Mustangs win 39-36, but no stats were recorded on that. But you know what? Fountain Central does a pretty good job. So does Terre Haute South do a good job. So I'm not going to get too hard on them. Cascade took on Lebanon, and Lebanon wins 48-43. South Putt took on Brown County. The Eagles win. I don't know which one because I just put Eagles. I think it was Brown County, to be honest with you. I'll have to double check, refer to my notes. But I don't know why I just put Eagles, because we have South Putt Eagles versus Brown County Eagles. Why would I just put Eagles? Because I'm, like I said, not that intelligent sometimes. We got the North Davies Classic Tournament. North Davies starts off against the Eminence Eels. The Cougars win 56-35. Clay City takes on West Washington. West Washington wins 42-21. Taylor Reinhardt had 10 points, 11 rebounds, and a cycle. Now we have a rematch for the best Eels team in the country. Clay City taking on Eminence. Clay City regains the title of best Eels team in the nation. They win 50-41. Ellie Stolting led the way, 11 points and 9 rebounds. Jenna Hoffman had 10 points and a rebound. And Taylor Reinhardt, she got the cycle. And then in the championship game, West Washington takes on North Davies. West Washington wins 47-39. And then Covington took on Armstrong. Armstrong wins 51-22. Ashlyn Coughing had 7 points. Lauren Hardy, 7 points and 5 rebounds. Then North Montgomery takes on Speedway. Spark Plugs win. That's good. That's cold water. That's high quality H2O, as Bobby Boucher used to say. That sounds like Bobby Boucher and Dusty Rhodes mixed together. That's wow. Spark Plugs win 39-37. Madison Holt had 16 points and 3 rebounds, and Macy Norman had 14 rebounds. Now we got some boys basketball action. Weibo takes on Speedway. Quentin Westerfield went off, 22 points and 7 rebounds. Tristan Falk, 19 points and 9 rebounds. Bo Sawyer had 11 points and 5 rebounds, and Burke Cavins 10 points and 3 rebounds. A lot of people are like, how come some people's stat lines you give 4 or 5 people, some you give 1? Well, if they get double-digit points, they're going on the board. They get double-digit anything, they're going on the board. But that's a little bit opening the curtain a little bit of the U Sports Chowdown fourth wall. Clay City takes on North Knox. Eels win 59-39. Dalton Hill had 20 points. Covington takes on Covenant Christian. I had to be really specific in my notes on that one. Christian wins 82-56. And then the Edgewood Mustangs take on the Cloverdale Clovers. Mustangs win 62-46. But listen to this stat line. Ishmael Kateka, and if I butchered your name, I do apologize. Triple-double. Triple-double. You heard that right. Kid did a triple-double. 14 points, 10 rebounds, and 11 blocks. Oh, man. I'd have made Dikembe Mutombo proud. Fountain Central takes on Clinton Central. Mustangs win 41-33. No stats were provided. And Fountain Central boys program, I've not worked with you before, so get stats on Max Preps. That's the end of that. Greencastle takes on Western Boone. The Tiger Cubs win 68-59. Sam Gooch, 18 points and 9 rebounds. Nathan Sutherland, 17 points, 4 rebounds, and a cycle. Trevin Long, 14 points, rebound, and a cycle. And Connor Sullivan, 10 points, 5 rebounds, and a cycle. For Western Boone, Luke LaGrange, 19 points, 2 rebounds. And Tristan Folk, 15 points and 9 rebounds. Then the Miners of Linton take on the Braves of South. The Miners win 55-49. Leonard Wilson, 12 points and 4 rebounds. Austin Similar at 10 points and 3 rebounds. North Davies takes on Shoals, not Dr. Shoals, just Shoals High School. Cougars win 69-39. Attica takes on North White, and North White wins 37-32. Northview takes on Sullivan. The Knights win 71-44. Braden Goff, 13 points and 5 rebounds. Avery Perry, 10 points and 6 rebounds. Traven Bias, 19 points, 1 rebound. We got another battle in Montgomery County there, Southmont versus North Montgomery. I'm not getting in trouble for that one. 58-56, Mounties with the dub. Then we got West Vigo versus Owen Valley. And John Harrell kind of threw me off because they had Owen Valley playing 2 games in one night. They said they were going to play North Central and West Vigo. I guess wrong on the graphic, and I was wrong. West Vigo wins 73-32. Then we got Banks in the Wabash tournament. Park Heritage starts off against North Vermilion. The Wolves win 77-45. Trey Shelsky, 29 points and 6 rebounds. Joel Miller had 12 points and 6 rebounds. Isaac Pickle had a double-double. He got 11 and 11 points and rebounds, that is. Carter Crum had 11 points and 10 rebounds. Then Riverton Park took on South V. Panthers win 45-40. No stats were recorded for. My computer's dying. Hang on. I got to plug it in. No stats were recorded for South V. Shame. Or I'm sorry, Riverton Park. I take that back. South V, I apologize. I wholeheartedly apologize. I was wrong. I'm used to being wrong. Riverton Park didn't report stats. Fix that. Nick Straw for South V, 13 points and 1 rebound. Grant Bush had 12 points and 6 rebounds. And Henry Bush had a double, 10 points, 13 rebounds. Then we got the Battle of Vermilion, North versus South. Falcons win 69-38. Tegan Leonard, 21 points for the Falcons. And then in the championship game, Park Heritage, Riverton Park for the Banks of the Wabash Championship. Wolves win 77-30. Isaac Pickle, 14 points and 9 rebounds. Joel Miller had 13 points and a rebound. Leighton McMullen had a double-double, 13 points and 11 rebounds. Carter Crum, 12 points and 5 rebounds. Crawfordsville taking on Lebanon. Lebanon wins 65-45. Avon took on Hamilton Southeastern. Hamilton Southeastern wins 66-60. South Putt takes on Brown County. I actually wrote this one down right. Brown County wins 60-59. And Cloverdale take on Southmont. Clovers win 59-51. Ishmael Kateka, 31.7 rebounds. And then Covington takes on Faith Christian. Faith Christian wins 81-40. Crew Ryman had 16 points and 5 rebounds. Nash Martin 16 points and 3 rebounds. Caden Smith, 15 points and 3 rebounds. Then the Mustangs of Edgewood taking on the North Putnam Cougars, 56-39. Mustangs with the dub. Terrace South takes on Morrisville. Pioneers win 67-53. Maddox Woodcock had 17 points and 5 rebounds. And Leonard Wilson, 14 points and 9. This water bottle's driving me nuts. 9 rebounds. Northview, never mind. I got a game before that. North Central takes on WRV in Swayak action. T-Birds win 37-36. Northview takes on Providence on the road. Avery Perry, 12 points, 8 rebounds. And Quinn Lewis, 13 points and 4 rebounds. We got like the Twin Towers right there, dude. That's pretty impressive. And also on top of that, Sean Neville, Coach Sean Neville gets his 100th victory in that game. Congratulations, Coach. He's actually been on the podcast the most, 4 times between both channels. Attica takes on Schlarman, but Schlarman wins 60-50. Seeger takes on Clinton Prairie. Patriots win 67-53. Sullivan takes on Shakamak, 74-35. Perp and Gold win. Paul Ridgeway, 25 points, and Cooper Bach had 20. North Davies takes on Washington. Hatchets win 39-38. Northmont takes on Speedway. The Sparkplugs win 60-42. And in Linton, Stockton takes on Heritage Hills. The Miners win 68-59. Connor Daly, 26 points. Woo! Now it's time for the rookie report, the youth side of the youth sports Chowdown. We're going to Wabash Valley Family Sports Center in the second grade division. We have the Brazil team taking on the green team. Brazil loses 28-18. Onamore, 12 points, 4 rebounds, and a steal. Elliott Forker, 6 points, 5 rebounds, and a steal. Marin Trout had 2 rebounds. Emerson Osborne, 2 rebounds. Henley had a rebound. Brees Earl with 4 rebounds and a steal. And Cora Neville had 2 rebounds. Then we get to the fourth grade boys division. Butler takes on DePaul. DePaul, not DePaul. DePaul. DePaul wins 30-19. But here's some stats for Butler. Grayson Forker, 5 rebounds. Brody Vincel, 2 points, 6 rebounds, and a steal. Max Harden had a rebound and a steal. Ren Terrell, 4 points and 2 rebounds. Kaysen Schottmeyer had a rebound. River Compton, 4 points and 3 rebounds. Brantley Thompson, 5 points and a rebound. And Sincere Jackson, 4 points, 5 rebounds. Now we got to the YMCA. I always have to do that. Middle school girls. We have the Weichel family taking on Schottmeyer Ag. Weichel wins 16-12. Michaela Berry had a rebound. Bailey Borick. I can't read. Borick had 3 rebounds, a steal, and assist. Elena Lynch, 2 rebounds, a steal, and a block. Hadley Rowe, 8 points, a rebound, a steal, and a block. That's an almost cycle, so it's kind of like a dip. Hadley Wells, 3 rebounds. Avery Weichel, 8 points, 6 rebounds and 4 steals. And Mackenzie Wright, 3 steals. Then we got the 10U boys. JC Auto versus CMB Maintenance and Remodeling. JC Auto wins 40-12. Matthias Bergen, 4 points, 4 rebounds, a steal, and a block. Almost cycle. Carter Cox, 2 points and 2 rebounds. Wesley Cuffle, 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 steals. Easton Horsley had a game, boy. 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 steals. Jamison Arizmendi, 2 points, 2 rebounds, a steal, and a block. Almost cycle. Chase Blue, 6 rebounds. Take that back. 6 points, 10 rebounds, a steal, and an assist. And Brody Weichel, 6 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, a block, and an assist. That is a cycle. All right. Still with me? All right, good. We got some baseball. It's December, and we're playing baseball, but it was an indoor tournament, thank goodness, because those children would have froze. Riley Braves 12U. They went to the Santa Slam. The Braves take on the Whiteland Wrens. The Braves win 6-4, and here's some batting stats. Luke Jones had a hit, 2 ribbies, and a double. Rylan Thatcher had a hit and 2 RBIs. Kyler Wells hit, an RBI, and a double. Rhett Cheney had a double, and Keaston Pettijohn had 4 strikeouts on the mound. The Braves then take on the Thoroughbreds. Thoroughbreds edge out the Braves 4-3. Keaston Pettijohn had 2 hits and a double. Rylan Thatcher had a hit, an RBI, and a home run, baby. Luke Jones had 4 strikeouts on the mound. And then the Braves take on the Wrens. The Wrens win this time 9-7. Rylan Thatcher, Colin Cullum, I butchered your name. I apologize. Kyler Wells, Matthias Madsen, Carter Didier had a hit and an RBI. Then on the mound, Matthias Madsen and Luke Jones, 3 strikeouts. And then we get to the Knights 11U. They were at the Santa Slam as well. They got runner-up, and I forgot to post a picture because, didn't. Because I'm in a rush. I'm always in a rush. It happens. But Knights take on the NBC Aces. The Knights win 3-2. Lucas Harrison had 2 hits and a double. Jackson Pestoff had a hit and a ribby. On the mound, Hudson Madsen and Jackson Pestoff, 3 strikeouts. Then the Knights take on the Hit Club. Hit Club wins 2-1. I hurt my neck. Wyatt Hayes had 2 hits. A.J. Johnson had a double. Lucas Harrison had 4 strikeouts on the mound. The Knights then take on the Hit Club again, and they beat the Hit Club 11-9. Hudson Madsen led the way, 2 hits, 4 RBIs, and a home run. Jackson Pestoff, 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and a double. A.J. Johnson, 2 hits and an RBI, and Wyatt Hayes had a double. Jackson Pestoff had 4 strikeouts on the mound. And then the Knights take on the Jay County Baseball Club. Baseball Club wins 11-4. A.J. Johnson had a hit, a ribby, and a double, and Wyatt Hayes had a hit and an RBI. Lucas Harrison, 2 strikeouts on the mound. So that does it for the Rookie Report. Now it's my favorite part of the show. That's right. This week's Power Performers all. Wrong button. Madeline Thompson from Franklin Central. Braylon Rifle from Park Heritage. Griffin Osborne from Terre Haute North. Cade McGrew from Terre Haute North. Waylon Powers from Terre Haute South. Dawson Cheshire from Terre Haute North. Carly Schrader from Northview. Taylor Reinhardt from Clay City. Lauren Hardy from Covington. Ishmael Kateka from Cloverdale. Trey Shelsky from Park Heritage. Quinn Westerfield from Western Boone. Anna Moore for the Wabash Valley Family Sports Center. Hudson Madsen from the Knights 11U. Rylan Thatcher for the Riley Braves 12U. Easton Horsley for the 10U YMCA. Hadley Rowe for the YMCA Middle School. And I realized I forgot the 10U boys. I will get you. You're going to get a special graphic tomorrow. You'll be on the graphic tomorrow, I promise, because Red Velvet got in a rush. That's what happens when you rush, kids. You got to give yourself plenty of time to do things. Don't rush. Don't be in a hurry. That's when mistakes happen, as you've seen most of my life. So anyway, thank you for tuning in. Thank you, parents. Thank you, coaches. Thank you, players. Thank you, sponsors. Thank you, subs. We're out of here. Keep POOSHIN.